on YouTube, where I was just here at the falls. Matter of fact, I'm going to give you all a little view before I leave, because I'm about to head out to my Coconut Man right now. I'm just getting a nice little refresher at the falls, where it never fails to feel refreshed. This is my day of rest, what people call the Sabbath. Rest is reflect, to elevate, to shift, and transcend. And this is my refreshing moment. So I'm going to share a little bit of it with you before we go. Alright, let me turn it around. Just so you get a view of it all. This is the sun setting view. And this is the falls where we were just recently at, right on the side of the road. They got two little springs. Y'all know I like to share Roselle Falls with you when I get here. So this is it. Officially being refreshed, renewed, and about to take you all on the road codes with me. Usually when I leave from here, I stop by the Jelly Man. You know, I just met some beautiful people. They just drove off, I believe. Yep, they just took off, heading in the opposite direction, knowing that when you're on your assignment, you're in alignment. And I just ran into someone who makes plant-based dishes, and she's had it put down for years for the chakras, all 7 chakras. And I happen to be talking about the workshop that I do, which is coming up in June, quarterly, with the full moon in the 7 chakras. And her face just lit up. It was like, get out of here. She had this menu put down for 6 years. What is 6? Receptive completion, until such a time as this, where we have come together. And the 3 of us just engage, and we're able to bring in the road codes. This is the road codes that I talk about when I take y'all on the road. Do and roll. Now, Shay, so we're going to continue our road code on this mission, sharing what we've gotten out of this connection, divine alignment while we are on our assignment, getting what the earth is speaking to us about. For those who didn't get a chance to be at this retreat, we were talking about the ancestral retreat, the passage. This is like an extra excursion part of the package. And feeling heavy, there's a reason why I come to these waterfalls, as I was telling my daughter. It's not just to bathe, it is a refresher, it is a rest, it is a reflection time. It is a time to reflect, to elevate, to shift, and transcend. And just coming out here, able to do that as I was leaving. See, I'm even seeing another person putting up their stem. So we're out here, like, she was a YouTuber, she was a TikToker, so am I, and we're out here sharing the codes, literally like it was happening live while I was doing a live on one of my other platforms. I would have had you all here too, but I could only hold 2 phones at a time. TikTok was acting up, so I actually started with, Facebook, which I usually don't. And this is the next part of it, because I ran into them at that time, and we were sharing so many light codes. We just happened to pass each other, and they heard me mention the ancestral passage that we just had. And they were like, we were just talking about ancestors, and we just were able to share the codes, and how the ancestors are the codes within us, which a lot of us know by now. If you've been following me, you've been hearing me saying that, and that we're awakening those codes. So many people are awakening right now. And as we drive on the road, this is how I get my road codes. I can't be in one place for too long. Honestly, when I'm in Jamaica, it starts to get claustrophobic. I start to feel things closing in, and it's like, I gotta go. So I'm sharing this message with you all, because one of the things that we were coming out of the message with was honoring the elders. Because as I'm here helping to take care of my grandfather, and it's a blessing, it's a pleasure. At the same time, it brings me a lot of times into the 3D realm, because those that are also helping to take care of, and those who I got to speak to, the doctors, things like that, they're very 3D, and I have to find that balance, while I'm in it. Sometimes it pulls me into 3D a little bit too much, and it starts to feel heavy, and it's like I gotta, get away. which is why I have been trying to do a live for 2 days. I usually don't do lives on Mondays, but it was just calling to me. Once I got to the falls, I was like, I'm just going to share it with you all. So greetings, Clay. So for those who are catching it right now, you're catching me after I just refreshed. I just got my Aku. Right, and if you weren't able to get to the retreat, I'm doing another one. I may be here for another month. I'm not sure. I'm trying to get out of here earlier, but in case I am, I will let you all know, and I will do another 3-day retreat for those who are serious and want to tap in and get these codes while you can, in between this double full moon, because we just had a full moon at the beginning of May, and we're going to have another full moon at the end of May. So while you get this double full moon within the month of May, which is a 3D calendar, because if you go by the 5D calendar, it's really not 2 moons in 1 month. 1 moon is in Jeb, and the other full moon is going to be in Gemini, or I should say Jehudi, right? So depend on where you fit in, get in where you fit in at. We're going to be sharing some more of these codes. I'm going to share some more of what we experience here in tapping in. This is really helping you to open up more codes. Okay. So with that, let me go ahead. I'm going to continue us on this road while we continue to get some road codes. Speaking about what we're doing, what I was saying about the elders, let me share that with you, because while I'm here honoring the elder, the message was, please honor your elders, because they are going to be the next ancestors. You want to honor those elders, to honor the ancestors in you. Honor your codes right now before they become an ancestor. You honor the elders, and the elders will honor you through ancestry. And I'm not talking about ancestry.com. All right, let me get over. Bless up. And so remember that if it wasn't for those elders, you would not have your existence. So honor the existence that you exist in, so that the existence will honor you. That was one of the main messages we got out of that. Ashe? So I take great pleasure as while I'm here and picking up these road codes to honor the ancestor that is within me, that is around me, because they're helping to light me up and connect me to people who are like me. What are the that I meet with someone? I didn't even show you. There's a road. So we just drove off, and usually when I leave Roselle, I come up to who I call the Jelly Man. Ashe? So this is the Jelly Man. See? Now I'm getting a fight. All right, the live. See? Now I'm getting a fight. All right, the live is back. Hi, peace, love, and light. I'm here at the side of the road. Look at the big bananas. I gotta stop by Jelly Man when I come here. Usually I sit here and hold mess, but I already ran into Kai Sham. Ooh, look at the hair. Them hair done up. Up. The thing is up. So you see, that is it. This is where I usually come. Oh, he got bananas up today. Watch the banana them. Some breadfruit. Enough jelly. Y'all know I gotta share with my codes. Welcome to Jamrock. The camp where the thugs them camp at. Found a weed in a van bag. Ashe. Let me sit out here and get my woo. My messages, my codes. Ashe. So, as I was saying, as we touch these road codes, we're asking for the remembrance. That's the ancestors, are the remembrance in us. Remembering who you are. Remembering what we've travailed through, right? That slave passage wasn't no joke. And it's for a lot of us to know that it ain't over either. A lot of us are bound to these slave codes, right? We were just talking today about the extortion on this island and why it seeks to attack the people that live here. That to open a business, to run a taxi and all of that, they got to pay extortion fees. Like, And if they don't, they will end up dead. And the police can't even save them because they're a part of the corruption. And it's just hearing all of this, and we know this, a lot of us in Jamaica know this. This is that piratism, sticky film that's over the land. That must go. It cannot hold up anymore because more people with light like myself, like the 3 people I just met, pouring in more light. And them the like we. Them the like we, they don't like us. When we come here, we get all kind of fights because of how we carry the light, which is in true timeline reality. It's a different timeline that they can't really find because they're not doing their own soul work. Ashe? So we're talking about that, and then recognizing that, seeing how the colonizers, right, and the descendants of the colonizers, as they come here, they don't go through that. They do not go through having to be extorted and all of that. They come here and they open up their business, and their businesses are protected. Yet still, those that live here, the locals, have to be subjected to the extortion, to the corruption from the people. Like, it's like they're the overseers on a plantation. This is one big plantation. Just like America Triple K is one big corporation. This is one big plantation. All of these are plantations. They may have done away with slavery, but it's not over. It lives. It still breathes through the land, through the people. And it's their very own people that are being the overseers, because when they left, that's how they left it. When the colonizers left, this is how they left it. They left it so that the blacks that were still here were in charge of the plantation. Notice I said in charge. They managed the plantation, which means they still did their bidding. They still did their work for free. They were still slaves, but they felt like bossy slaves, uppity slaves, because they feel like they have something that everybody else don't have. So they kept that. Right? That's the 3D matrix. Ashe. You see it. And this is what is coming crashing down. Not just in Jamaica. I'm sure it's in other places, especially in other islands where the colonizers had to lift up and leave because the rebellions were becoming too much. So they loosened their grip. They left, but they still kept the slip. They loosened the grip, but kept the slip. And who keeps it going is us. The corruptionists. The extortionists. Which all that equals is politicians and bad men. The politicians and the government is corruption. And the bad men is the extortionists. They are extorting, but they're doing the work of the politicians. They do the dirty work for the politicians. If nobody else won't say it, I'm going to say it. Let's not act like we don't have this in Jamaica. I've been seeing it so clearly, and I'm going to start talking about it more because it is what it is. We see it. We see you. We're not blind to this. But it's about time that all of us, the many, the mighty that are the many, stand up and take back what's ours. And we don't got to do it by force and fight. We got to do it through wisdom, not war. Study war no more. To war with them is to play on their playing field. And that's what we're not doing. That's what we're not doing. We're not playing with the enemy on their field. Because we don't even see enemies. We see nothing but love and light. But we have to walk firmly with the love and light. Oh, and outside of the spectrums of their demise. Let them roll around in the mud together. We have to be the ones to step outside of it. Right? How do you see those that have open souls and are in the 3D matrix still? What do you mean by open souls? Like their soul is opening up to something? Like, let me know. Touch base with me on that. What do we mean by open souls? Because, yeah, they may be opening up, but they might not have done certain works. So they're straddling the fence. Oh, man, it melted. So Those 3D people are straddling the fence. Ashe? Soul consciousness. Okay, opening up their soul, their consciousness, expansion. Consciousness expansion is what I believe you're saying. Right? And they are expanding their consciousness. Hi, peace, love, and light, and welcome in. They're expanding their consciousness, but they haven't done the work. Let me put it that way. What that says to me is if they are still in the 3D matrix, that means they're straddling the fence and they have not done the work to leave Egypt. Right? Let my people go is what the Pharaoh in them is saying. The Moses in them is saying, let my people go, but not the Pharaoh, sorry. The Moses in them is saying, let my people go, but the Pharaoh in them, the ruler of sense consciousness, which is the ruler of the physical sense consciousness, the things they can sense, the things they want to keep, that's Pharaoh. And because they're holding on to that, there's some things they don't want to let go in 3D, so they're straddling the fence. They don't want to let go of their big house, big car, their partying, the way that they party, because we can still have a good time in 5D. We can have a whole good time, but it won't be the way we've been doing it in 3D, not at lower vibrations, no. If they're still partying in low vibrations, they're straddling the fence. If they still have addictions, self-prescription addictions, because they have not dealt with the shadows in the soul, the truths that they need to behold, they haven't dealt with that. So no matter how much knowledge they get, their consciousness is not very expanded. They're gaining knowledge. I wouldn't even call them open. They're open consciousness. I wouldn't even call it that, because it's not really opening. It's not really expanding. They're just putting in knowledge. They're just gaining information in the age of the knowing. That's what they're doing. Right? Ashe, can we be friends? You already friends with me. If you're here, you're already my friend. Hey, my friend, let's be friends. Be friends. You're friending me right now. Be in the friend zone. Ashe. And for those who want to tap in to this, as I said, I'm gonna be here if I'm here for another month, you can get an opportunity I will do a 3-day one. I'll let you know, keep your ears out. If not, I'll be doing the phase 2 of the Ancestral Passage Akua retreat that we just completed. The phase 2 will be in around August, sometime at the end of summer will be phase 2. So start to look out for that. If you weren't able to miss this one, start to look out for that. Ashe? So, are you mentally stable? Are you? The question that you're asking me is like the question that you want to ask yourself, because life is a reflection of you. Always remember that. You see something in me that you want to question, that means you see something in you that you want to question. Where is your mental stability? Ashe? Because I am very stable in the love frequency. But if you see something, far be it for me to tell you otherwise. Go ahead and check the mirror out, because I'm a reflection of you. So whatever you see in me that you like or don't like is inside of you. Do you see it? Do you see what I see? Right? I'm in a very peaceful state. This is my rest day. I usually do not do. This is reflect, to elevate, to shift, and transcend. I just did my rest to refresh at the waterfalls. And this is where I usually come to just sit and look at the ocean and hold a vibes and a meditation. All right, and there's a lot of things that have been coming up in these road codes that we've been getting that I'm sharing with you all right now. Like I said, the elders, honor your elders. I'm encouraging you all right now. Go honor your elders. Go to them, sit with them, share a drink with them, rub their foot, ask them how they feel, ask them about the past, ask them what it was like when they met so-and-so, or when they traveled so-and-so. What was the world like when they were around back then? Ask them, let them speak to you, because there are codes that are opening up when you listen to these elders who will become ancestors, and you're opening up that, you're bridging that for them and you. Ashe. Ashe, ashe. So, again, whatever you see in me is in you. I love that you see what you see. That means that what you see in me is that I'm zen. I'm very zen. I'm in such a place right now, and I don't need any drugs to do so. Again, though, your projection is strong. So you're projecting and deflecting from what you need to look at in yourself. So continue to see what you see, because it's really in you. Ashe, I can't help you with the drugs that you may be on. There's no drugs necessary over here. When you're on the high frequencies that I'm on, drugs don't compare, and drugs don't do nothing but distract and add to the foolishness that's already existing. You don't need any type of drugs when you're on a high frequency. As I was telling someone here, they was asking me if I smoke. I don't have nothing against weed or anything. I was very much there. But as I told him, look, when you get to the frequencies that I'm on, your meditation is different. When you meds the way those of us who know higher meditations, you don't need any drugs. It's only going to be a distraction. Right? So, but clearly there's something that you see. You know, what I'm sensing is a little bit of jealousy. Right? There's something in your field that recognizes this natural zen right here, this high frequency that you can't really find a tune. You're like this because you found a channel, so you tuned into something, but you're like this. You're getting a fuzzy like shh, shh, shh. It's missing you. You barely catching the tune. You're barely catching the channel. And instead of you trying to raise your frequency to catch the channel the right way, you're pulling it down to discombobulate yourself and throw yourself off. If I were you, I would look into what allowed you to catch a little bit of this frequency in the first place. Call it a blessing and learn to open your consciousness a little bit more, so you can really hear clearly. Right now it's staticky for you. You just barely reached this frequency. Lucky you just barely reached it. That means there's something in you that's calling for something higher, but you don't know how to get to it. That's why you found this channel. But instead of you humbling your ego to the journey, you want to attack because you don't know how to equate it. You don't know how to integrate it in your soul. So if I were you, I would humble myself and allow spirit to guide you. Stop being judgmental and allow the truth, the authentic authority that I walk in, that you're bearing witness to guide you into your soul sovereignty instead of throwing stones. Ashe? Anyhow, I wish you a blessed day, and maybe you find something. Maybe you could get out of this static and really hear with clarity into the fifth dimension. People can be so lost to themselves. Ashe, when you're lost, it's just an opportunity for them to get found. He's lost, she's lost, whoever they may be, and you just hit the lost and found. Welcome to lost and found. Some people got to get lost to get found, if they choose to be found. Right? You feel it, right? I feel the jealousy. It's like, damn, I'm in the zen and you're like, ooh, you look like you on cheap drugs. Are you on drugs? I get it. I can see right there. You want to get to these frequencies. That's why you found this channel. Right? My own demon was crying out of ignorance. Yes. The demons are the unhealed wounds in us, and it will cry for ignorance. Forgive us, for we know not what we do. Forgive us when we do not know ourselves onto the truth. Ashe? Forgive us as I sit out here and share these light codes with you. Ooh, ooh, ooh. 1,000-fold it shall be shown to you. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Let it be true. Let those who have ears to hear, let those who have eyes to see, see. So shall it be. Ashe. Right? So the light codes is here if you want to get it. The road codes is here if you want to get it. tap in and tune up. We got to learn to have a spirit of discernment. As something that I was sharing with my daughter, you better be able to discern the difference between the two. It's one thing to have knowledge, it's another thing to have insight and wisdom. It's one thing to have knowledge, it's another thing to have wisdom. Not everybody that has knowledge has wisdom, because experience teaches wisdom. There's a certain wisdom that only comes with experience. Peace, love, and light. How are you? I'm doing good. I'm doing great. Tony the Tiger, great. Feeling so much lighter on this escape into the lights. Ashe. Right? And one of the things that I found myself telling my daughter, there was a difference between something, it was knowing something, and when it comes back to me, I'll let y'all know, but it was that discernment of knowing versus having that insight and being aware. There's a major difference. Not many people are aware of even the listening, and I told her that you're listening, you're hearing, but you're not listening. There's a very big difference between that. We got to know the difference. We got to practice that discernment that knows the difference between the two. Ashe, my African country doesn't provide food. I am African and have no money. How? I don't understand. How are we on this land? Jamaica is just a piece of the rock that chipped off of Africa. And if Africa, and I've heard many Africans say this, if Africa is anything like Jamaica, you got nothing but abundance. Look at this. It's food everywhere in Jamaica. What do you mean you don't have no food? Look at this. The question is, are you willing to till the soil? Are you willing to go get the food? Are you willing to go and do the work to get the food? You can't be starving. You can't. One of the many things I like about Jamaica is you can't live here and be starving. It's no way. Because the abundance of the earth is here. You have to have a strong root chakra to understand the abundance. We can't be here living in lack and limitation when there's so much abundance around us. Roof, 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 right? Shout out, let me know. You're hurting their identity body. I'm hurting some people's solar plexus right now, right? And today is a root chakra day, but it's also a crown chakra because of the full moon. So it's a crown root day, asking us to be connected in many ways, from the celestials into the earth, connected in the heavens, that's the crown, connected into the earth, that's the root. And a part of that connection is knowing that our abundance is here. It's no way we could be starving. That's one of the things I've always said about Jamaica. It's no way that we could be starving and living here with all these fruits. Everything that the earth just wants to give to you that goes to waste. But if you're living in the city, then I could see how you could be starving. But even in the city in Jamaica, there are trees everywhere. You got to know where to go and speak to the earth. Why do we have to feel like we got to go into the stores and buy what the supermarkets gave us for us to be surviving? I'm telling you, a lot of people are going to go through culture shock. A lot of people are going to go through culture shock when they can't get the things that they used to can get. I'm telling people, as I was telling my daughter today, start to detach. This is why I do the Detox to Detach workshop. Start to detach your mind from the preferences, the things that you prefer to have. Right? The things that you prefer, that's different from the things that is here for you, the divine will. Your personal will, you got to move your personal will out of the way. Your preferences, that's one thing. But the divine will don't have nothing to do with your personal will. And a lot of people confuse that and mix that up, and they want their divine will to be personal. You want to mix in, and you want to say, oh, God made me to have this, or God meant, no, you trying to make yourself into God instead of listening to God, the great order of divinity. And you want that to be personal to you. But there's a divine plan that you came with, a transcript, your soul spiritual transcript that's written in your blood and your DNA. And that's why it's important to unlock the ancestral codes. Because they are the answers, they are the key, the answer key in your code is in your DNA. And when you heal certain wounds, you heal the wounds even within the bloodline. So you remove blockages and you open up the answer keys to flow through you so that you can get the answers that you need to tap into. So you can tap into that divine mind, what the divine mind is saying for you, right? So that divine mind is over the personal mind, but a lot of us can't see it. Excuse the noise. A lot of us can't see it because we're listening to our personal self. We got to move that out of the way, and that's what I was having a conversation with my daughter about today. You got to get out of your own way. It's a different, you're saying, I want to be heard. You want what you want. There's a lot of people that just want what they want. And when you walk in with the divine and their divine plan, you got to put what you want on the back burner. You got to prioritize according to a divine will, not your personal will. Not what you want to get right now. Not that part. But what is meant for you. The personal thing, put that on the back burner. Your preference, a lot of us here walking around talking about what we prefer. It's not about what you prefer. And I'm not saying it's not okay to like things, but your personal preference is going to pull you away from your divine plan and your divine will. So if you don't know how to listen to the elders within, how you going to listen to, the elders on the outside, how you going to listen to the elders within? This is why I'm practicing listening, talking to, connecting with my ancestor, my elder right now. Listening to what he says, when he says something, when they say something. And even if it's off and it's not right, you get to listen to what is not right, what is not true. So you know what not to do. Either way, it involves listening to your elders. Either way, you learn something from them. You learn what to do, you learn what not to do. And when you honor them, you honor the ancestral codes inside of you. Right? Just like it said in the book, when Yeshua said, how can they honor the Father which is in heaven if they can't even honor the brother and the father that's right there in the flesh? We have to practice things at a physical level. So if you're not practicing listening to that elder in the flesh, how you going to listen to the elder that's in the wisdom in the wind? How you going to listen to the elder that's in your soul? The wise mind, the wise ego. When your misappropriated ego is doing all of this loud chatter right here. I want this, I want that. It should look this way, it should look that way. When you got all that chatter going on in the conscious and the subconscious mind, the masculine and feminine energy, male and female created he them both inside of me, inside of you, right? When you have all of that going on, how is it, right? Set live goal. I don't need a live goal. Let's go back. Okay, there we go. Peace. Thank you for joining. Tap the live, tap the hearts to keep it open for those who are finding their ways. See, look, I came here and as soon as I pulled up, let me show you how abundance work, y'all. As soon as I pulled up, look how much he getting right now. Look how much he getting right now. Everybody just pulling up right now. When I pulled up, nobody was here. And I just came from getting road codes with 3 other people by the waterfall. The ancestors just aligned us up with other retreaters that do retreats on the island. And then as I come here, look, it just we got elders, everybody pulling up. It just got real busy. Real busy. Because of the blessings that I'm walking with. Because of even what I'm standing here and speaking in truth. And being in truth. It just opens up the codes. Right? While sitting here, being here under the almond tree. Underneath the almond tree, y'all. I can't make this ish up. So for those who think, when I did the ancestral passage, and people think, oh, ancestor, as we were just talking, oh, that's this, they think it's blasphemy, like those who are in the church who have not recognized that the church has been your demise under some kind of spiritual disguise to keep you locked away from your internal infinite eyes, the all-seeing eye. This is the real AI. The all-seeing eye is in you, the God in you, the kingdom that is in you, that is infused in our DNA, your God encryption, deoxyribonucleic acid, God, Lord, fire in the center of my being. And in speaking on that, sharing with you all that I recognize that that also means something chemically in the medical field. The deoxyribo, the two, putting the two strands together, dioxy, oxygen, wind, breath of life, that is the sa that comes within. And ribo has to also do with the strand, with the helix strand. All of this came together. Nucleic acid, that's your nucleus soul that you are. The acid is the fire that moves through you. You are the wire. Ashe? Practicing knowing thyself. Respect is a living process. Ashe. We have to practice this knowing. It's not enough just to know, but do you practice what you know? That's how a lot of people getting lost in the fifth dimension, the Aquarian age, the age of the knowing. It's not enough just to know. Do you practice what you know? Like how I'm walking around now, picking up road codes, life codes. Are you practicing the energy, the truth that you know? Right? Let me see what else you're saying. Feeling the effects of mastering my own demon. Poverty is an illusion. Yes. Mastering your demons is knowing what all the illusions are. Mastering your demons is called mastering your unhealed wounds. Your demons are your wounds. And the longer you leave them there, the longer they will consume your soul. Many are consumed and don't even know it. Living through their own traumas, not knowing how to break their karmas, the karmic imprint in their soul. This is what we're here for. Let the truth, let it be known. Ashe? Ashe. Let it be known unto you that the truth that is opening up is here for you to move through you. You are the love that lights the truth within. And it only opens up. We can only escape when we go within. This is what I'm here lighting up. This is what I share with you. The view, not just the view of the ocean. I could smell that air. Take a deep breath with me. And on that, just see your crown chakra opening up. Right? Into the land, into the hills. Look at the hills behind me. I don't know if y'all can see it because the light is so bright. But there's some hills right there. Right? So I got a mountain view. I'm in between. I'm on the rock. In a high place, y'all. In a high place. In a high frequency. Asking you to honor the codes in you. Honor the ancestors. Honor the elders. The next ancestral passage retreat won't be until late in the summer. But like I said, if this is speaking to you, if it's real for you and you want to ante this up right now, I will be letting you know if I'm doing 3 days while I'm here. If I'm here for another month, for the month of May, I will do 3 days. 3 days. I'll know by the end of this week where I'm at with it. Right now, I'm honoring my elder, helping him recuperate, my lovely grandfather, from his surgery. And as I do that, we'll see what it looks like at the end of the week. And if it looks like I'm going to be here, helping him out a little bit longer, then so be it. Then the ancestors have spoken, and you, those who did not get a chance to come, will have an opportunity to take the 3 days, just 3 days, to come and connect into the land. I will guide you through personally. That's why Spirit guided me to be here, to do this, to move through, for me to go through the ancestral passage. I already had my ancestral file. And Spirit was showing me I needed you to go through it in order for you to lead others through this ancestral passage. You had to go through one on your own. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the heart meet. Gigi, lots of love and light right back. And I had to literally go through it through both sides of the family, through 3 sides of my family, even an extended family, to really have this spiritual dialysis, the washing of the blood in my soul as I continue to move on, and as the soul unfolds, revealing the half that has never been told. But it's it's told so much in the crevices of the soul, in the secret places, in the sacred space, right? As we had our 6-day retreat, the first 3 days was in a sacred space. And the next 3 was on an excursion where we carried everything we were learning into the land, connecting to the land, just like I'm doing right now. I'm telling y'all, the abundance is real. The moment I showed up here, look at all his patrons. Feel nice, right? When you come here, you just don't want to leave, right? Beautiful.
The wind,
the ocean. See? Let the elders tell it, right? As I'm talking about honoring the elders. See 2 beautiful elders right here. Look at her. Beautiful smile. Thank you. Honoring them. See, and the elders said it. Look, I don't even want to leave here. And guess what? They probably don't even know. It's also me. It's my energy. It's what I'm holding. It's what I walk in. The light that I walk in. I carried that here. And a bunch of people came through. Because it's the light. They think they coming for the jelly, but they coming for the light. You know how many of them I see pull up and they looking at the jelly, but they looking at me. And it's not just because I know I'm beautiful. I'm beautiful. But it's not because of me in the beauty that they see on the outside. It's the light. This is the light. It's that raw light that I'm channeling right here and right now. And it's expanding all around me. People don't realize that they see it with this eye right here. Because a lot of people are waking up, but they don't know what they see. Some people, I got to tell them, you think you're seeing me, but what you're seeing is an extension of the God presence I am, the I am that I am. What you're seeing is an extension of the light that is turning up the love frequency. You're seeing high frequency. I get high, high, high. That frequency right there. Ashe, thank you for coming through. So I usually don't do videos on Monday, but I just had to share some of these light codes with you all. Coming from Roselle Falls, when you pass it, if you continue in westward, you will see Monsters Up, Jelly Shack, the Jelly Shop, I call him the Jelly Man, you know, Kaisham, can't miss it, right? Let me say, you're initiating violence in the blood. Yes, that's why I said the bloodline is under attack. Yes, the Jelly Man. That's the Jelly Man right here. I know they want me. They out for me. I get it. Right? Raw light, and they all want to cook. Yep. This that raw light. And they want to cook, right? How the song say? Let it cook. Let them cook. They want to cook with me. Some of them want to cook me. They want to cook with me. It's the light. It's the energy. It's the energy that brings the energy. Energy. It's my inner chi, you know? Let me send y'all some love. Let me send y'all some Reiki love right now. Where duality meets in the center of infinite existence is love. Ashe. Ashe, ashe, ashe. From the celestials into the earth. Opening the 7 seals. Ashe, ashe. Love you too. Lots of love and light. You've been craving the beach. You got to come through. I'm telling you, if enough of y'all say yes while I'm here, if you want to do a quick 3-day retreat, you got to make it happen. Don't look at what you don't have. Look at what you do have. Look at how you can make it happen. Look at how you can make it happen and what you can do without. And I will do it. All I need is 2. If 2 or more people say yes, you know how they say if 2 or more, where 2 or more agree. If 2 or more people say yes, they want to come and do a 3-day retreat, I will open it up for y'all. If I'm going to be here by the end of this week, I will know for sure. If I'm going to be here for the month of May, I would definitely do another 3-day retreat for you all, for 2 or more people, right? Which will be sometime either the next week or two out, maybe the next 2 weeks, because I need to go to Negril and I need to help that family that we raise money for. Oh, thanks for reminding me, Spirit. For those who are here, I'm looking for donations. You can donate. Please donate where you can, because we're still helping that family in Jamaica from the hurricane to build that one room. We got her a lot of the materials. She still needs some more materials. I'm probably going to do a little shorts about it so that I can get that circulating this week. Um, but for those who can, whatever you could donate, I'm looking for like $20, $50. I'm looking to say like match my 50. Match my 50. You put 50, I put 50. Match my 50. Or we match each other's 50, so it don't gotta all be on me. Each one helps the next one. So you put a 50, match it with somebody, match somebody else 50, 50, 50, $20, even 10, even 5, like whatever you could donate. I'm not holding back, but I'm just telling you what I'm asking for. You know, the universe say, ask for what you want. I'm asking for what I want. I want $50 if you could donate that. But if not, 20 will do, 10 will do, 5, and even $1. Whatever you have, because every mickle make a muckle, right? I need to start a fund for my cousin. His roof is caved in. Yeah, is he on the west side? And that's what you got to do. Start a fund, open up a fund, a GoFundMe, and even just like what I'm doing now. That's how I started, just asking people who would donate. And at the time, they really did. Now it kind of died off because, it's past the hurricane. But a lot of people don't realize that there's still a lot of people who are without. And the family that I was helping, she still doesn't have a finished room. They probably barely started the room, and it's her and her 3 children. So whatever you all can give, pass it along. You can email, you can Zelle me, and you can Zelle me at akilatextry@gmail.com, AKILAHTEXTRI@gmail.com, and feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions about anything else that we talk about here as well. But you can Zelle me, I was going to say Zmail me, right? Zmail me. Zelle me through that email for any donations. I will gladly appreciate it. She will gladly appreciate it. Her children will gladly appreciate it. Whatever it is that you can give. Ashe, just like I'm giving right now. I'm giving my energy right now on my day of rest, I'm doing it right now. Reflect, to elevate, to shift and transcend. Rest. Because as a 5D pioneer, this is how we reverse the Monday rush, the Monday hectic. On Monday, when everybody's on the go, 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 this 5D person right here is on a no, no, no. Be still and know that I am that I am. This is my time to listen and tune in. And that's why I came out here, because I was feeling heavy. I'm not going to lie, from the night before. I'm doing a lot of helping, and had to get up early this morning for helping with my grandfather's surgery. And I got back, and I just was, wanting to connect, and it wasn't happening. And I went outside, something said, go outside, start dancing. I just started dancing, my feet to the ground, barefoot on the ground, grounding with the earth, electromagnetic conversation with me and the earth. And as I started to do it and just free up, I just started to hear Mother Earth speaking to me. She was like, you know what, go out to the bath. Go out to the falls. Yeah, it's about 45 minutes away into another parish from Kingston into St. Thomas. Just go. Just go. You can. And I'm like, but I want to rest. And it's like, this is a part of your rest. It's a cleansing. This is a spiritual cleansing. It's just not a regular bath. It's a cleansing. Go get your spiritual bath on. And as soon as I came out, I came back inside. I said, let's go. To my daughter, let's go. We going up to the bath, up to the waterfall, which y'all see. I shared that with y'all earlier. Ashe, peace, love, and light. Welcome, welcome in. And I just listened and said, okay, let me go. This is why we can't hold things up and say, oh, I'm not supposed to do this, like what they tried to do to Jesus. Oh, this is the Sabbath. You're not supposed to do nothing. No, you're not supposed to be caught in the matrix on the Sabbath. On the Sabbath, you need to detach from all of these duties of whatever it is you say you got to do, and allow yourself to connect into the earth, into the land with others that are into the earth, into the land. You're supposed to connect and share what you're connecting, like what I'm doing now. It's just as it was happening on the fly, I just said, let me share this. But usually, I don't even want to open and do videos and lives on my Mondays because I would just be sitting right here. That's what I came here to do. But after the falls, it just kind of opened up to share the experience, to share what the codes are that I'm getting with whoever is supposed to see it. So I'm sharing that. And then I'm just going to sit here and meditate for a few minutes, just looking at the ocean and really allow the connection. I already got the meditation and connection with the 3 people at the waterfall. Now this is just a plus and a must. The must is the plus. So, but when I did that, it opened up the road codes. When I went to start dancing, it opened and removed that blockage and allowed the release. And said, now come here and get more of your release, which is what I did. And now I'm here sharing it with you all. Ashe. Ashe. I see a lot of codes that you're saying. And now I'm wondering, like, what are all these codes? Like, I see the letters. Like, I know I'm here getting road codes, but you got a lot of letters going on in there. What are all these codes? You might have to email me and let me know what these codes are. Email me at akilatextry@gmail.com. I want to know. I like codes. I like to decode things. I like to decode the encoded encryptions in our soul. Ashe? So, I'm going to get my meds on. Ooh, a couple of white birds in the hills. Now that the sun is down, you can see the hills. These are the hills behind me. Hey, Bree. Hi. Greetings. Divine greetings. Glowfi. I think it say Glowfi if I'm seeing correctly. Y'all know the sun was in my eye. And I don't have my glasses. But Glowfi, love and light. And I'm going to share so much more with y'all as well. Thank you for the rose. Thank you for the heart meet. Thank you for joining. And I'm going to share more of what I was getting, within the week, probably tomorrow or so, because I really want to tune in now. I'm going to tune in to tune up myself, right? So I'm glad to be here sharing these codes with you. Take what you could take. Breathe it in. Everybody, let's take a deep breath in together and just breathe that Sa breath of life into your crown. So Aku, open up that crown. Let the codes, retrieval codes, open it up for you. And let's take a deep breath and breathe in that Sa. And let that Sa flow through your life, go through your codes, through your core, into the earth, and come up as the risen Sahu, through your rising temples that you are. You are the rising temples. You are the star. Ashe? So with much love and light, my pleasure to bring you to the land of pleasure. Remember, if you want to retreat, 2 or more is all it takes. Let me know. And I'll be there. I'll be there. Just look over your shoulders, honey. Peace, love, and light. Ashe, ashe, out.